Hello, hello, hello.
Good evening, everybody.
Hello, everybody. It's been a while since we've been in this place.
It has been a long time.
Can you do me a favor and bring the camera down? I feel like we got more portrait than we got of us. Yes. Hi, everybody. Come on in the room.
Hello, everybody.
Let me scoot in. Come one, come all. As I say, come big, come small. Girl, somebody got their cup. Their cup is full high. Somebody got a full cup. Somebody got their snacks.
Not snacks.
Girl, because somebody want to know.
Popcorn.
Girl, my mama said, I see you tonight at 8.
I'm mad at it.
Girl, what you call a pal?
G-Pal.
G-Pal said.
She said she got her front row seat, huh?
She said, I don't know what's happening or what's being said, but I see you tonight at 8.
Too funny.
So shout out to Lottie Dottie and each and everybody. Listen, for those of you guys who have never been with us before, you have no idea who we are or where you found yourself. I am Candy Sincerity Johnson.
And I'm Sean Johnson.
And together we do a whole lot of things on these social media streets. But on this side of the Jordan, y'all have become very acquainted with this family, huh?
Right.
You guys have become very, very acquainted with the people inside of this house. And so we have been moving in silence. We have been moving in silence for quite some time. And so now comes the time, now comes the day
These comments
to answer your questions. Girl, y'all been in this inbox. Girl, y'all been sending emails. What are the people saying in the comments?
Girl, these comments are cracking me up already. Y'all are funny. So Adrian said, I'm at work, but I had to be here. Another best friend said, is this going to be available for replay? I got to put the little one down. Crystal said, I got my adult beverage.
Ooh.
Wow. Funny to me.
Well, I guess it is that kind of video.
It is. But it's okay. Y'all are just funny to me.
I guess it is that kind of video. Nick says, should we have
a word of prayer?
You know, we could. But however, did you want to go straight into it? So just to give you guys a backstory.
Yeah, give a little bit of a backstory, just in case there's some best friends that don't quite know. They know something, but they don't quite know.
Just to give you, well, I was just gonna say we normally prepare for our videos, but this one we just push the button.
Oh yeah, this is just organic and authentic.
So what backstory were you referring to? Because that's not the backstory I was.
I thought maybe you were gonna say because you had took a break from social media, so I thought you were going into that.
Oh no, you give that.
So Candy, in case you guys didn't know, Candy took a little break for social media. She was like, I need a timeout. She's like, I have been pouring and I'm empty. And I've been telling the best friends, you can't pour from an empty cup. And I have been doing the same thing that I told them not to do. And I need to take a break. Okay, I need to take a break. I need to regroup. And then when I come back, I'll be better than ever. And so, but in the midst of all that, a lot of best friends have been having questions, not for me, more so for Candy, because I haven't gotten any questions. But a lot of the best friends have been reaching out to Candy like, I just want to check in because some things don't seem quite right. Things seem a little off. Is everybody okay? So on and so forth. And so I think that you guys have been with us for quite some time. We have been on social media since 2017. And you guys have seen the highs, the lows, the breakups, the rebuilds, the all of that stuff, the business and all that. And some of you guys are just like, it just don't seem like what I'm used to. And so because of that, we're like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and bring the best friends in. We've always been transparent. We've always been honest. And this is not going to be any different. And so that's what we're here to do tonight.
That's right. So Sean and I liked how you segued into that. Sean and I have been in each other's lives for the better part of 20 years. We have been romantically involved on and off for 18 of those 20 years. 17, 18, who's counting? For the better part of our lives, right? So we have gone through a lot of highs and lows. You guys were not really present when we got married, but shortly after we got married is when we came to social media. You guys were present for the divorce. You guys were rooting for us in the background, like, y'all need to get back together. Candy, you crazy. Why you leave her? Oh my God, girl, what's wrong with you? And so, we ended up getting back together and we made the decision to come back together to give it another try. And so in the midst of that, several things have happened, both good and bad. We started Sincerity Johnson. Our kids got older. So many beautiful things have happened. But over the past year or so, Sean and I have been in a very difficult spot. We poured everything out in our book, the second book that you guys have heard us talk about over and over again. And so this video is us formally announcing that Sean and I are no longer together.
Correct.
We have not been together for a little while, which is probably what you guys have suspected. But Sean and I have made the final decision that, look, girl, we've been in and out this rope. We've been playing double dutch for a while. For a little while, you turn and I jump. And then I jump and then you turn. And we've been doing this dance. And so we tried and we gave it our all, but we made the difficult decision a while ago that we needed to go our separate ways. And there have been a lot of things that we have been working on behind the scenes as it relates to us separating. Now, anybody who has any assets or anything that you share with a partner, there's a lot of things that you have to do. You can't decide today, hey, we're not going to be together, and then tomorrow everything is a clean break. Sean and I share a business. We share children. We have literally been intertwined as one unit for 17, 18 years I just turned 40.
Yeah.
So everything that we've built, for the most part, we've built together. So there's an untangling process as well, right?
It's like trying to get that knot out of your shoestring, and you like, I know it's a way to untie this shoe, but I just got to figure it out. And so that's what we're in the process of doing, is untying the knot in the shoestring.
Exactly. Now, best friends, here's what we ask of you. Now, I know this is very difficult news for some. Some people suspected and they knew that something had been different for quite some time between us. Here's what we ask of you, and here's what I'll say as well. One of the things that's going to happen and is in the process of happening is Sean and I are working very hard for the sake of Kennedy and Caleb to get to a point where we can be very good friends. Okay? It's going to take some time, but we're getting to the point where we can become friends. Okay? Now, with all of that being said, Sean and I are in a position where we can communicate and work together on a lot of things. Would you agree? Am I wrong for that? For saying that? Okay, so with that being said, you guys have seen us do it and didn't even know what was going on, okay? So what I ask of you, I'll just say I can't speak for the two of us. What I ask of you guys is to give your love and support, pray for us, okay? But be very slow to offer judgment, be very slow to offer opinion, be very slow to offer critique. Because when people make very difficult decisions, you have to know and understand that it's well thought out.
Yeah.
And you have to know and understand that as much of the picture as you see, there's got to be something there's got to be something behind the scenes that you don't know. And you can't say what people should or shouldn't do lest you walk a mile in their shoes.
Exactly.
So what I can't speak for Sean, what I say that I feel like we need at this time is encouraging words, prayer, consideration, and respect for the decisions that have been made. We know that you guys are used to seeing us as a unit. We know that you guys are used to seeing us together. Kennedy and Caleb know we had the conversation with them. We had the conversation with Jordan. We've had the conversation with some family members. For other family members, they're finding out as you're finding out. Okay? Partially because they weren't that supportive the last time we went through this. And so you have to give people, whether you agree or disagree, best friends, the lesson that I think a lot of people can walk away from this with is you have to respect people's decision, number one, and you have to give people the space to be able to decide and make choices according to what's best for them.
Yeah.
As much as we love one another, what's best for us is not to do life together in this capacity anymore. Okay? So I have said enough. What do you have to add?
I don't know. You said there was such disdain. I don't know if I should say.
No, I mean, it wasn't like that.
You say Candace all over me. So I also asked the same thing. I asked that you guys, again, like Candy said, I'm going to mirror what she's saying. Please respect our decision. Please respect Candy. Please respect myself. Okay, that's what I'm asking. The decision that we made is the best for our family, for our unit, for us being able to move forward. There is no bad guy. There's no good guy. I will say this. Despite the fact that we are not together, I'm still very protective of her. And so I will just say, my patience at 43 is not what it was at 20 something. So please, again, just respect our decision. We love you guys. It just doesn't change how we feel about our community. The way that you see us moving forward is going to be different. Us moving together is going to probably not be the same. So just understand that and just know that we, at the end of the day, are two individuals. Mm-hmm. We have our own lives. We're going to be moving in different directions, and just understand that and respect that, because like I said, we love you guys. Like, nothing changed. We still pray for you guys, like when we pray for ourselves. Like, all of the things are still there. We're still Candy and we're still Sean. It doesn't make us any different just because we're not Candy and Sean anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely.
Alexa said, "Can I cry?" Well, you can cry if you want to.
Well, we don't want you to cry. We don't want you to cry. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to open the floor for questions. I know that there is, girl, you gotta have some burning questions. I know you got some questions. I know you got some questions.
Dion said, "Candy, you better go take some cooking classes."
Listen, let me tell y'all. Look, is this a safe space? Have I landed in a safe space? The day after we told Kennedy and Kayla, Kennedy runs upstairs to the room. I'm sitting in my favorite chair in the bedroom. I got my laptop in front of me. I'm typing away. I'm doing stuff, business related stuff, right? Kennedy busts in the door. Mom, I got something so important I want to share with you. I'm looking at Kennedy like, what you got to tell me? Mima has agreed, Mommy, to teach me how to cook. I know you are worried about certain things, but Mommy, don't worry your pretty little head. You get the groceries here. I am going to take over the duties of the house as it relates to cooking. I looked at Kennedy and said, baby, you're 9. You can make me some cereal, but that's the extent of it. Y'all gonna see me lose a lot of weight, girl. Y'all gonna see me lose so much weight.
I told Kennedy, I said, baby, I will teach you how to cook because it's not that hard. And 9 is actually a good age. I think I started cooking around 9 or 10. But I was like, let's start off with breakfast because that's easy. That's easy peasy. And I said, then we'll move into little simple stuff, that maybe you put in the oven, leave it alone. And then, as you get a little bit older, then we'll get into the, the fried chickens and the in-depth stuff where you got to have recipes and stuff like that. But we decided, Kennedy was like, she was like, I told her, I said, what would be a good thing is for us to create a recipe book. That way she has something of me. Something to remember our time by, as we transition out. So we're going to create a recipe book, and then
y'all didn't tell me that.
I'm sorry. We're going to create a recipe book, and then that's going to be her and I's little project. And that way she'll be able to get in the kitchen and do what she do and have little things from me and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's a really, really good idea. Mm-hmm. Really, really good idea. So that's a part of it. So that's one thing. We tell you guys all the time, when you make certain choices as it relates to your romantic relationships, you guys have heard us talk about it. And here's the irony. We had the conversation right here on the live. We talked about so many times people in our culture will make emotional decisions. Remember that conversation about their romantic relationships? And you don't think about the long-term effect that those decisions have. So because Sean and I made the decision, which was very difficult, that we're moving in opposite directions, as a result, you guys got to think that impacts Sincerity Johnson.
That's one of the questions that just came up.
That impacts the kids being homeschooled. That impacts the way we create and generate revenue. All of these things have to shift now. They have to shift. So change is coming for everybody. For everybody. So yeah.
KR Paula says, is the business still going to move forward?
So that's something that we're working through. Sean and I both have ownership inside of Sincerity Johnson. So that's something that we're working through. We're still trying to figure out what that looks like long term. We both want to maintain Sincerity Johnson, but we're just trying to figure out, with us being in two different locations, exactly who would do what, if that makes sense. And so we're going through a phase where, it's still available, but we're going through a phase where we're working through all of the kinks behind the scenes. And so as it relates, yes, we will maintain SJ. However, we're just trying to figure out roles and responsibilities on a day-to-day basis, or, big picture. What does all of that look like? But thank you very much for the question.
Latoya said, how are the twins feeling?
You want to answer that?
So
I know what you're going to say. Tell them.
They took it much better than I thought. And Kennedy was just actually kind of looking at us like, you know how your child comes to you? I don't know if anybody has ever had a child that came to them and told them something, and you looking at your child like, I gave birth to you. Like, how you think I didn't already know this? I was waiting for you to come and tell me. Like, that's how Kennedy was. Kennedy was like, she was like, y'all ain't acting like a couple in forever. So like they were surprisingly good. Like, I think I was bracing myself because I thought it was gonna be like this emotional thing and they were just like, let me tell y'all what got Caleb the worst. It wasn't that me and Candy weren't together anymore. It wasn't that I was going to be moving out. What got Caleb was, we might have to get rid of the dog.
Boom. Caleb,
that tore his whole world apart.
Yeah.
He was like, y'all ain't together? Cool. Me and my moving? Cool. My dog? Oh, no. This is where the camel broke its back. Like, I cannot. So, yeah, like, the twins are good. The twins are good. They're like, Kennedy was like, oh, you can show us more of, this, that, and the third. And, like, they're good. They're good. But thank you so much for asking.
Mm-hmm.
Deanna said, are you both ready for that? Ready for what? Deanna, let me know what you're asking.
She may be talking about just us going our separate, going in two different directions.
I think that we are. I can't speak for Candy, but I'll speak for myself. I think that I am. I think I am nervous because Candy has been a pivotal part of my life for almost 2 decades. And so navigating life without her and trying to find myself again and just moving in that space it's a little scary. Mm-hmm. But at the same token, I am ready for it because I just feel like we are both going to elevate to heights that we maybe couldn't have together. So I'm looking forward to seeing what life does for the two of us. By us having kids, we'll always be in each other's lives, especially when it comes to the kids, even if it's a situation where we just see each other at graduations or, as the kids get older, weddings and stuff like that. But, I'm nervous but excited to see what life has in store for me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's my answer.
So for me, I've never lived alone, right? I went from as a young girl living with my grandparents to living with my mom when her and my stepdad got married, to living under her roof until I went to college. And then I always had a roommate, and then I started dating people and living with somebody. So there's never a point in history where I could say, oh, I live by myself and I understand what that experience is like. So for me, of course, I'm very scared. I'm very nervous, but I think I'm going through a season where it's going to be that fork in the road, if I could be transparent, for a lot of relationships in my life, family, friends, and otherwise, because people can show up for you when you're going through how they want to show up, but I need people who are going to show up the way I need them to show up. And so for me, I don't know. It's going to be interesting because I'm going to see who's really there for me, who's really got my back. People say they do all the time, but this is going to be a season where I'm going to see, and not in any specific way, but even just to say, hey, just thinking about you, or, just whatever, just, whatever you're doing good, or you're okay, or, whatever. Because people always think that the strong person is the one that's okay, or the person who ain't falling apart, busting at the seams is okay. And that's not always the case. And so, it's a season where I am nervous, but it has to happen, right? It has to happen. And one of the things that I prayed for, if I could be honest with you guys, best friends, during that whole consecration period, this was one of the biggest things that I was doing before God as it relates to. And so I asked God, if we're not supposed to continue the next leg of life together, make it so obvious and so plain that I can't ignore it. And so I said all that to say, you got to be careful what you pray for, because you just might get it. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And so it made me realize that Sean and I's season together had come to an end. And so, so now I got to step out and I got to do everything by myself. And to the best friend that suggested, hey, are you ready? Because, all the cooked meals are going to end. Yeah, that's the reality, right? That is the reality, and a host of other things, but it's required for the next level of where I'm going. So,
and my reality is this was my leader for years. Like, she held this family down. She held this home down. She held the business down. And now, like, I got to figure this stuff out on my own. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I cooked, but she led. And now I don't have a leader anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's tough to think about. So I now have to put my big girl panties on, and I have to learn how to lead myself, how to guide myself, and how to make difficult decisions on my own and all of that. So it's not one-sided. Like, y'all thought just because I cooked and, did this or whatever, but that's huge when you had somebody in your life that did so much, you know what I'm saying, in that capacity. So that's true too. Miss Deborah Cunningham, honey, you must ain't been around in a minute. She said, will there be another Moments of Redemption? Moments of Resurrection, baby. Mm-hmm. That's the book that we've actually been working on, and we just recently finished.
It's done now.
It's done.
It's done.
It's done. So that's why when, I don't know if you were here earlier, that's why Candy said all the details. Like, we're giving you high level, but like the details and all the nuances,
what happened,
is in the book. Moments of Resurrection.
I'm sorry to cut you off. You guys are getting what the result. But what y'all really want to know is, girl, what happened?
Right.
Girl, what happened? What did she do? What did I do? What did I do? What did she do? That's what y'all really want to know. That's in Moments of Resurrection.
Margaret said, how is Jordan feeling about the situation?
That's a very good question.
No, because I haven't talked to Jordan about it. He seems to be like Caleb to me. Like,
well, your battery is low.
Yeah, I got my thing right here.
Okay.
And I don't know, because that's your brother. So, of course, I can't speak because, that's Candy's brother. So I don't know if they've ever had a conversation about it or not.
Right. So Jordan is doing okay. Him and I have had conversations privately as it relates to that. And he just said that at the end of the day, because he was one of the people who honestly knew before anybody.
Yeah, I think he knew first.
I want to say that he knew first. So with that being said, his thing is, I just want everybody to be happy. Mm-hmm. His exact words is, life is too short. Mm-hmm. I've lost my mother and I lost my father. I've seen cousins come and go. I've seen friends come and go. And life is just simply too short. Mm-hmm. And so you can't live this life unhappy, uncertain, wondering what if, and all these things. And so if you guys can't be happy together, then, maybe that's the best thing. And he just kept saying, he kept reassuring me throughout the process that the kids will be okay. Mm-hmm. The kids will be okay. Mm-hmm. And so Kennedy and Caleb said something, and I hadn't shared it with you, but Kennedy and Caleb said something very interesting. They said that they see us happier when the other one is not around. Mm-hmm. Had they told you that before?
No, but I can believe that they said that. Yeah.
They see us happier when, over the past year, when the other one is not around. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, what do they say? Out of the mouths of babes, and so it's one of those situations where, it's our harsh reality, but it's necessary. So there's a lot of aspects of this journey that make Sean nervous, that make me nervous. But at no point in time, best friends, and you guys are hearing it from me, is this just another time where we broke up and we're going to eventually get back together. When I say this is it, this is it. This is it.
So that answers Diona's question. She said, what about counseling? It's beyond that, Diona.
Yeah.
So this is it.
Yeah.
Adrian said, Sean, will you be relocating to another city? I will be. Yes. But I'm not far. I won't be far.
Mm-hmm.
Laura said you guys appear to love each other, but maybe not in love with each other. Praying for you both. I will always love this woman. And I'm saying that out of my mouth. So
we will always
10
love each
years
other.
from now, I will love her.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the woman that gave me my children when I couldn't give them to myself. This is the woman that provided for me for years. This is the woman that did for me when nobody else did for me. This is a woman who protected me from everything, from life. This is a woman that was there for me when I didn't have anybody else to turn to. This was the person I could talk to about anything. Like, I will always love her. So, and I'm saying that out of my mouth. So if I decide to date down the line or whatever, whoever I decide to be with, they have to understand I will always love this woman. Point blank, period. If she calls me in the middle of the night and she's crying, I'm going to be on the phone with her. If she's in the hospital and she's sick and she calls for me, I'm there. Like, that's just the way that it is for me. And I can't say that any other way. That's just my reality.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see.
It's just one of those things where it just has to look different. You know what I'm saying? It just has to look different. But yeah, we have a lot of history, best friends.
Adrian said, so while writing this latest book, did y'all know you were separate? Yeah, we did. We had to know we were separating because we put it in the book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we knew.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We were living the book while writing the book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Literally, the book goes up to maybe a few months ago. And then it stops. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. I just had a question. Kathy said, who is the oldest? I am, despite what y'all may think. I know Candy acts more mature than me, but yeah, I'm the oldest. Kenyatta said, I will miss y'all. Where we going?
Girl, where we
going? You'll just see us doing our own thing. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing that I ask best friends. I know it's going to be a little bit of a transitional period because there's some people that won't see this video. There's some people that won't know the announcement. When you see Candy doing her thing, just know that this is Candy. Give her the respect not to be like, where's Sean? And then the same for me. When I'm doing my thing, I'm Sean. Okay, so you're still going to see us. We're still going to be here. We just may be, we're just doing our own thing.
Girl, well, how you going to see Ike and don't ask about Tina? I mean, girl, he wrote the hit. Don't get mad at him because he wrote the hit. Don't get mad at her because she sung the hit. Now, we was Ike and Tina for a long time. Now, the more Tina kept getting in front of the microphone, the more Tina carved her own way. You see what I'm saying? But look at these. Let me tell y'all.
She gonna always be Candy.
Let me tell y'all one thing, okay? Look. She was the booking agent. I was the talent. No, I'm just playing.
Oh my God. Deanna said, do you both think work got in the way of the relationship? Because y'all both, no, it had nothing to do with work. That's one of the areas of our lives where we mesh well the best. Mm-hmm. Our business relationship,
baby,
top notch. Our parenting, top notch.
Yeah.
It was everything else. Mm-hmm. So no, that didn't have anything to do with it.
It's in the book, girl. It's in the book. Y'all, the pre-sale of the book, when is it? Tomorrow?
Yes.
Tomorrow? Tonight? Tomorrow? Something like that.
Okay, here it is. Auntie Fee said I wasn't going to cry, but how can I not? I love you both to pieces. I know God's got you both. Thank you, Auntie Fee. We love you so much.
Thank you.
Constance said best wishes for you both. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rhoda said prayers coming your way. Thank you. Margaret said I'm so speechless. I love both of you so much. We love you more. Michelle said truth and transparency. I love you guys. Mm-hmm. Darlene said, how are you all going to parent the twins? The same way we always have. Mm-hmm. The same way we always have. Yeah. And we made sure the twins knew that we're here, hands down, no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah.
Latoya said, I'm trying not to cry. Kiana said, this is heartbreaking.
I'm sorry, y'all crying.
Don't cry, y'all. It's okay. Brandon, he says, that my beautiful cousin, I see them Johnson lips.
Yes. Right. Come on, Brandon.
Brandon said, I love you.
Love you more, baby.
Kathy said, I knew you were the oldest, but I wanted to know if it was right. Yeah, I'm the oldest.
Now, how old are you versus me?
I'm 43.
Sean is 43 and I'm 40.
Quay said, so that means that I will be crying the whole time I'm reading the book. You might be, you guys might end up being mad at me more than you realize. I'm just going to say that. Yeah. Cynthia said, do you think your spiritual growth has grown you two apart? I don't think so. I think that our spiritual growth helped us make a decision that we probably was running from for a very long time. I will say that.
Right.
Because just like Candy was praying, we didn't even realize it. We hadn't even talked about it. We were both praying in the consecration for clarity on our relationship, amongst other things. We were both praying for it. And I think we both got the same answer and didn't, like I said, had never talked to one another about it. And it was made plain to us that it was, we were at that ending point.
Because that
Brandon said, but Ike was high.
So best friend, there was that one point where I went to Sean and I said, listen, I have a date on the calendar. Shh. All right.
You just gonna get a whole book away.
No, I'm not. Somebody gonna want access to that link for that book, girl. Listen, I'll put it like this. If you want the link for the pre-sale, inbox and say, send me the pre-sale information.
Or you want me to do invoices? Is that easier? Because it's not a link, because it's not live on your page. It's not live on the website chat.
Well, we'll do that.
Unless you want me to make it live.
No, we can do that tomorrow. If you want to do that tomorrow, we can do that tomorrow.
I mean, because I got everything set up. It's just a matter of like clicking a button. It's up to you.
I don't know.
Okay.
But y'all, well, I don't know. What you think?
It don't matter to me. I can either do invoices for those that really just want it now and don't want to wait till tomorrow. I can make it live because there's 4 options. It's going to be 4 options on that. You just let me know.
Let me know if y'all want to talk about that now or if you want to wait till tomorrow. Let me know. Say, let's talk about it now or say, let's wait till tomorrow. Either way it go.
Ashley said, I know you all are still working through the particulars, but will the showcases continue? We're trying to figure that piece out.
So I would say yes, right? I would say yes, they will continue. It just might, even if Sean don't want to do it, y'all gonna have to deal with me doing it, but y'all gonna have to give me. So, okay, so best friends, let me be transparent with you guys. Sean and I own property together. We have businesses together. We have done everything combined. We're now entering into a season where Sean and I probably more so than not have to go back in the direction that we didn't want to go in. Can I tell them the truth about that?
Yeah.
We're probably going to have to go back to work for a while. Yeah. So with all that being said, well, we're likely going to have to go back to work for a while. Between that and getting the kids ready for school and all this other stuff, there's a lot of change. And Jordan is leaving. So with all these different changes that are happening simultaneously, I don't know. We're going to have to take a pause from the showcases, but I don't know how long that pause is going to be. Does that make sense? Now, once Sean and I evaluate all of the particulars, Sean might say, girl, I don't want to do showcases anymore. Or Sean might say, I'm fine with doing showcase. I don't know. I can't speak for her. So with all that being said, we got to take a little bit of time because there's a lot of stuff that we're figuring out in real time. So I wanted to, a part of me, the natural human part of me, wanted to keep all of this offline and figure it out behind the curtain. And it was me praying, asking God to give me clarity, direction, revenue, all of this other stuff. And God said, no, your breakthrough is your transparency. Your breakthrough is creating the same content that you've been creating. Stop trying to get polished and perfect and just be transparent. And so we're just giving you guys the full thing saying, we don't know, but we tried to do life together. And it was an obvious, overwhelming no. So now that we're doing it like this, we got to figure out what that looks like. So we building the plan out and we're executing as we go. Right? So I don't know, but we're going to find out together. And I really wanted to, and that's just me being me. I've always been very private. I've always been the person where nobody's seen me unless they seen me all together. You see what I'm saying? It's hard to come before people saying, girl, we ain't got our shit together no more. It looked ugly behind the scenes. You see what I'm saying? Like, it was hard. Yeah. It was hard. Y'all don't know the mornings we did blessings and breakthroughs and we slept separate ends of the house. And our first time seeing each other was on camera or right before we pushed the button. You see what I'm saying? You don't know the days where my best friend was calling me, praying for me before I went downstairs. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't know. It's been so much. It's been so much. And so I got to the point where it's so hard. It's so much harder to appear to be all together than when I say I feel free in this moment, this is freeing. This is freeing. But out of respect for our children, I had to have certain conversations before we brought it to you guys. But it's like Darius say, when you tell your own business, can't nobody else tell it for you.
And can't nobody else mess it up.
And can't nobody else mess it up. You see what I'm saying?
Pal, hey G-Pal. G-Pal says the book and ebook. No, it's going to be an actual book, Pal.
Yeah, the pre-sale is you securing.
A lot of people are like, I want it now. When is the book going to be available? I need my book now. This is genius to come on live before the sale of the book.
Can I be trained? We wasn't even planning to do that. Because remember I told you we hadn't even planned it. Sean and I were talking about what the options were a couple of nights ago, but we hadn't even planned that like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mookie said your testimony is helping someone else get through. God bless for y'all transparency.
Yeah.
Nothing like being free. You can't fake the fuck. Yeah, it was getting harder and harder to do.
Yeah, it was becoming harder. Yeah. Did you want to talk about, since they want to talk about the book, did you want to talk about the pre-sale? Do you have the dates? Or because I don't have any of that. Did I send it to you? Excuse me.
Like you did.
Hold on, I'm getting it. Let me see.
Or I think you sent it to yourself.
I might have. Did you?
Yeah, I think you sent it to yourself.
Okay.
Maybe you didn't.
Maybe did I email it to you?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Here, let me show you how to search though. Hold on, best friends. Because I know we talked about the date. There it is.
Okay. Did you want to? Okay.
So we were going to do the pre-sale starting tomorrow and run the pre-sale for a week. Books are going to start shipping the week of August 14th. And then we were going to have a virtual event Sunday, August 20th, where for those who have gotten the book, it's going to be on Zoom, right? Mm-hmm. It's going to be on Zoom.
Have your cameras on, so have your good pajamas and your good drink.
Right, have your cameras on, and there's going to be a virtual event. So again, pre-sale was going to start tomorrow, unless you guys want us to do it tonight. I can start it tonight. Run for a week from now until next Sunday. Books will start to ship the week of August 14th, because we got to get them, produced and all that. And then the virtual event where you get to join a Zoom call with us virtually, ask questions, do a deeper dive. We talk more in depth about what's in the book. All of that will be August 20th. Okay. Adrian said, what day is the virtual? Oh, Sunday, August 20th.
So keep in mind, y'all know that we broke up. Y'all know we're not together. We're not going to be together moving forward. Right. You're going to figure out why inside of the book. Mm-hmm. Once you get the book and you have an opportunity to read the book, then you're going to have more questions. Mm-hmm. You're going to want to know, well, girl, I see that you did this and I see that she did that and I seen all of this went on and I got both sides. But girl, how was you feeling or what the hell was you thinking when you, that's where the virtual event come in. You see what I'm saying?
So that'll be like an even higher level of transparency.
Exactly.
Lisa said, how many pages or chapters is the book? The book is 15 chapters.
15 chapters.
It's about 48 pages or something like that. Yeah, but it's 15 chapters. Are y'all trying to see if y'all can read it within a week? Like, okay, my book, and then am I going to have enough time to read it before the virtual event? I think that's what they're trying to figure out. Because if they're shipping August 14th, some people don't have enough time to read the whole book before the virtual event.
Do you want to send it as an ebook? You want to send?
I could do that too.
So for everybody,
for those who get the virtual event,
Yeah.
we can send it to you electronically so that you have time. Because if you're waiting for the physical book, you may not have time for the virtual event. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
You write that down.
So if you pay for a virtual event,
They said absolutely, Sean. I got you.
If you pay for a virtual event ticket, then we'll make sure you get the digital copy. Weeks before they can get that.
Oh yeah, you can get that. Yeah, you
as soon as the pre-sale is over. Really?
Yeah, pretty much next week you'll be able to get the digital copy.
Y'all better get in this virtual event. Okay.
So best friends are asking about ATP to August 20th, the day before my birthday.
Yeah.
So August 20th is the day after my mom's birthday and the day before yours. Look at that. I love it. Sandwich in between. Let me see. I actually said I want in. Okay, so these are the options. There's 3 different options. Okay.
4.
I thought you said you wanted. I thought you said that was if people ask only. Or you want to give up for?
I need a good somebody who's gonna type all 4 of these options in the comments. Do it in one thread because we're gonna pin it at the bottom, okay?
Or I can copy and paste it. I can just copy and paste it.
Okay, never mind. Sean got it.
I got you.
Okay,
so best friends. So I'm about to give you pricing because you guys are asking about prices. There's 4 options, okay? Option number 1 is if you just want the book, Moments of Resurrection. That's $30. If you just want the book, it'll be autographed like we always do and all that.
You get both of our autographs.
You get both of our autographs in this one, okay? So, option number 1 is book only. I just want the book. I don't need to talk to y'all. I don't need nothing else. I just want the book. $30, okay? Option number 2 is $40. This is for the best friend that said, can I buy both books? This is the book bundle. So you'll be able to get Moments of Redemption, which was Candy's first book, if you never read that one. And you'll get Moments of Resurrection, which is this book, and you'll get that for $40. So you'll get like a deep, deep discount on Moments of Redemption. Okay, that's option number 2.
Yep.
Option number 3 is for Moments of Resurrection and a ticket, not a ticket, but an invitation to the virtual event because it's Zoom. So that means that you'll get the link to the Zoom event. Okay.
Try to send the link to somebody else and see what happens.
Because I will kick people out of the room.
Try to pay for 1 and sneak 3 in. This is not Old Country Buffet.
I will know who actually paid for the Zoom link, and if I see somebody else trying to join, I'm gonna, because you're gonna have to make your name what it is, and I will escort people out the room.
Girl, we gonna be on there like
I'm gonna be on my list like, no, you didn't. So yeah, no. Okay. So option number 3 is Moments of Resurrection, plus you get access to the virtual event, and that's $60. Option number 4 is if you want the book bundle, so you want the book number 1, book number 2, and an invite to the virtual event, and that's $70. So you get Moments of Redemption, Moments of Resurrection, and you'll get the invitations to the virtual event. Okay, so I'm going to copy and paste that. And then I'm going to put it, where am I going? I'm going to put it in here. Give me just a second, best friends. Margaret said, what time will the Zoom be?
So it's on Sunday.
It's on Sunday.
7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
7 p.m. works.
7
Oh, look, Ashley. Girl, I love you. Look at Ashley.
Yes.
I love it. Let me pin this. Thank you, Ashley. Girl, Ashley is on top of it.
Our best friends are what they call it in the sorority. What's the secretary?
The secretary. Oh, you can tell.
Oh,
the secretary.
A good secretary. You know, that's what Ashley is.
So Corrine, the ebook, we're not actually selling the ebook. We're just doing it as a courtesy for those who purchase one of the options that includes the virtual event. Because it's not going to be all pretty and all. It's literally just going to be a PDF of the book. And that way you'll be able to read it in advance. So the ebook won't be sold separately. It's not an option to sell it separately. People are like, $60 me, please. $70 me, please.
Yes. Best friends is like, girl, I got to be in the room. Okay. I got to be in the room is what the best friends are saying.
So there.
Yeah.
Michelle said actually is on point. Go ahead, best friend.
Yes.
Okay. So, no, pal. So Sezzle, since it's going through Candy's website, Sezzle is not available on Candy's website. So no, unfortunately not.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Mama said she want to know what happened.
So here is, let me show you. So I have them all loaded up. They're active. They're just not live. So you would let me know whether or not you want me to do it or if you want me to do invoices or what you want me to do. You just let me know.
I think invoices is better.
Invoices is good.
So do me a favor, best friends, for everybody in the comments who were saying that invoice me or send me this or send me that, inbox my page right here, the page that we live on. Inbox and say pre-sale option 1 or whatever the case may be. So and then we'll confirm.
Can I give different instructions?
Sure. Never mind what I said. Go ahead.
Because I need certain information so I can make sure I take care of
that.
So if you're interested in purchasing and doing it now before we actually make it the pre-sale live for everybody on tomorrow, inbox Candy page. All I need you to send me is your name, your email address, and what option you want.
Okay.
So Sean Johnson, email address, option 3.
Yep.
And you'll just inbox that. As you guys, I don't care whether you're watching this now, whether you watch it later as a replay, it does not matter because I'm gonna be up late anyway. I'll be able to, with Candy's permission, I'll be able to monitor her inbox, and I will be able to send you guys your invoices as they come through. And then that way you can secure your book. You can get on the list for the virtual event. I'm gonna make my little spreadsheet. You know, I'm real OCD like that, so I'll create my spreadsheet for those that are coming to the virtual event. Having your email address is going to be key because if I don't have your email address, I can't send you the Zoom link.
Make sure you double and triple check your email address because it's going to go to the email address that you sent to us. So if you got a typo, we don't have any way of, but the email address is going to have to be accurate because that's what your invoice is going to go to. So
the name of the new book, Miss Betty, is Moments of Resurrection. Arlene said, I have the first book already, so I only need... Right, so if you have the first book, then you can either do option 1 if you just want the book, or you can do option 3 where you get the book and you get to come to the virtual event where you get to have that deeper dive. You know how they have, like, when books come out and they have, like, an author's talk? It's kind of like that. And we're just doing it virtually.
Yeah. Now, I traditionally don't drink. I'm going to get loose. Listen, y'all know I got a calling on my life. I can't, y'all already heard me slip up and say a few colorful words here. But I can't go, just a few. You know, my mouth is slippery. I got to pray. But I'm going to have probably a glass. I don't drink wine. I'm going to have a glass of something. Because I want to relax. This is a huge time, right?
It is.
And so, I would like us to have something. You know, we have to turn this into a celebration.
We do.
We have to turn this into a celebration.
And I think, honestly, best friends, the reason why we're able to get up here and talk like this is because we've been going through this for so long that we went through our emotions. So that's why we're not sitting here we've kind of been there and done that. So you guys are coming in on the third inning.
Yeah.
Lisa said, is book 2 a continuation of book 1? Yes and no.
Yeah. It is, but it's no different. So it picks up where book 1 left off, right? Yeah. But it's no different than say best friend, say you met a good Judy, a good friend down at the job, and y'all became friends. You didn't have to know all of what happened with sis before, but your relationship with her picked up where you met her, and then you know who she is at that point on.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you could be fine with just book 2, but if you want the full story, and it's so crazy because if you mess around and read book 1 and book 2, you're going to see so many things out of those 2 books. But one of the biggest things that I think you'll see is even though we go through a lot in book 2, you're going to see us evolve as adults. You're going to see us mature. So what we were focusing on, talking about, and doing in book 1, we weren't doing that stuff in book 2. But there were another set of life challenges and stuff that we were going through in 2 that, baby, we wouldn't have been able to stomach in 1. You know?
Miss Ann, option 4 is $70. Kim said, OMG, Sean, you just said a mouthful. I've been in and out of y'all's relations through it. What you mean? What did I say? About us having gone through our emotions already? And I will say this. If you have not read book 1, the first couple of chapters of book 2 is going to be a little foggy to you because you're going to be like, okay, I get it, but how did we get here?
Yeah.
So like it literally picks up from where book 1 left off. Now you can read it and still follow it and still understand and get it, but the first couple of chapters will be a little muddy, and you're probably going to be like, okay, maybe I should have read book 1 because I don't really know how I picked up from right here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Did you want to address that? Oh, you already did.
Yeah, they already did.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Quay said I read book 1. Yeah. So for those of you that read book 1, remember when you got to the end and y'all was like, y'all need a book 2 so I can know what happened? You're gonna know what happened.
They said, can you please pin Ashley's comment?
I did. I sure can. I don't know why it unpinned. Let me do it again, best friends. Let me find it and then I will do it again for you guys. Because it is pinned. But let me try it again. It says that it's pinned. Can anybody else see Ashley's comment?
Yeah.
Let me just do this. Because it says that it's pinned, but girl stuff be doing what it's doing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just do this. And then I'll put that.
But one of the things I will say is this, best friends. I appreciate above everything, even when Sean and I have had to make difficult decisions that you did agree with or didn't agree with. One of the things that I am so grateful for, y'all know I still be sitting on the pillow when Sean and I are next to each other. One of the things that I'm ever so grateful for is I'm grateful for God surrounding us with people who love and support us regardless. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of folks online, they have what I call fair weather fans.
Yeah.
They got fair weather fans. You know, when you saying and doing what they want you to do, them folks is with you. Mm-hmm. And when you make a different choice, them folks is gone. And one of the things that I'm grateful for inside of this community is whether you agreed, disagreed, whether you were angry with us, y'all still showed up for us. Mm-hmm. You still showed up for us.
Yeah.
And you still wrapped your virtual arms around us and you still loved us. And for that, I thank you because you didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
You guys can watch anybody on social media at any point in time, but you make the conscious decision to support us and to love us. And for that, I thank you because you don't have to do it.
You don't have to. And
you don't have to do
you guys for that. Like when we used to say y'all are the dopest community, like we legit mean that hands down.
Yeah.
Like one of the best friends, like I've been with y'all since 2017. She's literally been with us from the beginning. Yeah. Ups, downs, highs, lows, separate together, all that. And so, like I said, we are still Candy. We're still Sean. We're just not Candy and Sean. We're still the same people. And I would urge you guys to stay just as close because you want to see the evolution.
Yeah.
You want to see what's to come. You want to see how we navigate co-parenting. You want to see all of those things. Will we become friends again? What is that going to look like? You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much that's still there that and it's still so much to learn from. It's still so much to navigate through. Like, it's just so much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 So for me, you know, there might be days where I pop online and I just need to vent and I'm like, I'm scared. You know, I might say, hey, I just put the kids to bed. I just set the alarm and I'm sitting here and I'm looking around and I'm scared. You know, and I don't know. You see what I'm saying? And so, you know, we don't know. I don't know. There might be days where I'm encouraging y'all and encouraging you is encouraging me. You know, we don't know. You guys are going to literally see me teach you the 4 pillars and then try to live it out myself from ground zero. From ground zero, you know?
Oh, thank you, Ashley. She said, I pray y'all become best friends. I enjoy seeing y'all together, even if it's not in a romantic capacity.
I appreciate it. Now, I have a question for you.
Yeah, because hands down, like, Candy is dope. Like,
you pretty okay yourself.
Like, we were best friends before we even went down the road of being romantic. And so.
Yeah. So why, because I earlier said, now this is me asking you a question.
Oh, you're talking to me? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Why? Because earlier I said, I want us to get to a place of friendship. You seemed uncertain. I think, at the very beginning. Yeah. Do you think friendship is something you don't want? Do you think you just want it to be us come together for the kids and for business and then that's it?
I honestly, and this is no knock to you guys, best friends, I can't wholeheartedly answer that question because of other things. So I can't fully answer that. Yeah.
No, just you.
So I would like that, but I don't know if it's possible.
Remove any other variables.
I mean, I would like that, but I know it's going to take time because we still got so much going on. we got so much going on.
I respect that.
And
I respect that.
I don't know if, because of all the damage and stuff that I caused, I don't know if you'll be able to do that. Because at the end of the day, when you say you're friends with somebody, especially best friends are just a relationship without the intimacy. And when I say that because when you say you're friends with somebody, you have to trust them. You have to believe that they have your best interest at heart. You have to be able to communicate. You still need all those components. And some of those things are the reason why we're not together anymore. And so for me to then say, I want you to be my friend and my best friend, well, how can I ask of you that if that was some of the problems that broke us apart?
Okay. I understand.
So.
Yeah.
Trisha said, are you guys dating anyone else?
No. We both separately have to heal.
Yeah.
Right? Just because this has been something that's been going on a while behind the scenes that you guys didn't know doesn't necessarily mean that we're in a position to jump out of the, what do they say, out of the frying pan into the fire?
Into the fire, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You guys have to know and understand, we just recently had a conversation with kids. We just recently, made public announcements and so forth. And so with all that being said, and we're separating households, we're in the process. We're in the journey of doing a lot of things. I don't know that it would be fair.
Brandon said, I'm not allowing my cousin to date anybody for the next 18 months.
I don't know that it would be fair to expect or to ask somebody to come into all of this.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm undateable right now. Like, I would be a fool to try to do anything when it comes to dating right now. And like, if somebody approached me, I would be like, I'm undateable right now. Like, if I told you everything that I'm working through and everything that I got going on, you'd be like if you saw me trying to date somebody, you'd be like, Sean, what are you doing? Like, how? And you a whole living with your ex. Like, how? How you even do that? So I'm very much so undateable right now. Like, I'm not even date material. I'm not even relationship material right now.
Yeah.
So, Ashley said, I like that people don't take the time to truly heal before jumping into something else.
Yeah. Because, one of the things that, and Sean will tell you, because her and I have actually had this conversation. Sean was like, her exact words was, I may or may not get remarried. She was talking about herself. She said, I may or may not get married, but you're definitely going to get married again. You remember telling me that?
Because you're happiest that way.
Now, if y'all transparent, especially y'all straight, you straight women, if you're transparent and you know you got a husband, if something happened to that man, you may or may not get remarried, but if something happened to you, girl, he married next week. You see what I'm saying? And it just is what it is, right? It is what it is. And it ain't for the poom poom. It ain't for that. It's just the fact that your husband better than anybody. You know your husband better than anybody. You know that he's his best self when he's providing, protecting, when he's in his element. You see what I'm saying? When he's in his element. And so typically you see that all the time. The woman will be single for a little while, and then the man or the stud, they don't, whatever. Good night. Why are you looking at me like that? Onika said, talk about it. See, this is the conversation that people don't have, right? So, am I ready to be out in the streets tomorrow? No, I'm not ready to be out in the streets tomorrow. And especially, you guys have to understand, my journey is going to be different. Sean and I both are Kennedy and Caleb's parents, and we both have custody of the children. But at the same time, just like if a mama and daddy separated, girl, they're going to be with me a lot, girl. So what does this look like? Yeah. What they going on a date with me? I'm on a date now. What does this look like, best friend? I'm on a date now, girl. The lady like me, I like her. And then I'm like, well, listen, man, it's going to be some scragglers along on the date. What does this look like? Girl, I don't know. And I've never been on dates. we was too broke and too young to even do that, girl. Y'all remember I told y'all the story. Girl, my phone got cut off and the lady got my phone cut back on and she had to catch the bus to do it when we was in our 20s. So I never been on dates. Have you been on dates like that?
Not for
You
real.
went on a date with that man.
That you pushed me to do.
You remember when you went on a date? You went on a date with the man. You went on the date. What was y'all went to the boat, on the boat.
Oh, that was the second one then. Because remember we did the boat and then we also went to a restaurant. And I told you that the restaurant was Snoozeville. Because we couldn't even have a conversation.
Because he wouldn't talk. Y'all went on that boat. What was the boat? The boat was
the
like
Odyssey in Chicago.
Y'all went on the it was like a cruise, right? Like a day cruise.
Don't say cruise like we was gone for 6 days. Like one of the ones where it take you around the Lake Michigan and you eat dinner and then you come back.
Y'all dressed up, girl. Y'all was stepping in the name of love and everything, girl. So Sean been on a date, but I ain't been on a date. This was what, 20-something years ago?
So
20 years ago.
Like 19 years ago, 20, like before we even started dating, we were friends.
That was like 20 years ago.
And she was like, no, go. And I was like, I don't even date men anymore.
Yeah. Look at Brandon. He's so messy.
No, absolutely not. Well, I can't speak for Candy, but no. No. That's not my cup of tea. That's funny, Brandon. My auntie asked me that. My auntie Jessie asked me that. She's like, so what should I expect? Like, is it gonna be another woman? Is it gonna be like, I was like, no, Auntie, it's gonna be a woman. If I date again, it's gonna be a woman.
Tiffany said, Candy, you fly.
I'm not.
Kathy said, girl, I'm hollering. So Brandon like a little teaspoon of gossip. Brandon like a little teaspoon of gossip.
Right.
So Brandon,
before you answer Brandon's question, because I know you're finna go, Trisha, it was kind of both of our decisions. She said, whose decision was it to end it? It was kind of both of ours. I think we just kind of came to the same conclusion. Yeah.
So in the physical sense, let's keep it PG because this is a good page, okay? In a physical sense, I could see that with myself, right? I know I'm very, tomboyish, masculine presenting at times and all that stuff. I can see it in a physical sense. But then comes the day where a man by nature, the man that I'm attracted to, okay? The man by nature that I'm attracted to is a very dominant being. And I'm a very dominant being. So the minute where two dominant beings become, entangled in a relationship, it don't work. You see what I'm saying? So on one level, on a physical level, it could work. But the relationship aspect and what a traditional man would want, he would want, a woman to cook and do all of these things. That's not going to work for me.
Richard said, I see you with a man. The question is feminine or masculine.
No. In the prophetic, you see wrong. You don't see me with a feminine man. You don't see me, brother pastor, you don't see me with a feminine man. I don't think you see me with a man at all, but you don't see me with a man, with a feminine man. You don't see me with that. That you don't see. That book won't be written.
It's happening right now.
Somebody said Sean is over it.
Oh God.
No. And there's no knock against the feminine men, but you don't see me with, if my voice is louder and stronger, you get no respect.
Yeah, Candy's not attracted to, Candy likes a big, strong, baby, manly man. Okay, I seen the men that she dated. Like these is like men. Like she ain't.
Now when she say dated, she mean 20 years ago now.
Yeah, when we were friends.
Yeah.
Like we had lives as friends. That's why we was able to talk about everything.
You remember and you said I was hard on the guys that I dated.
You were so mean.
I was mean? What did I say or
like
do? I was a bulldog.
Ooh.
Girl, they would do stupid stuff.
Brandon said he can be a strong alto.
Girl, no. See, Brandon, what would happen is he would do something to get on my nerve. And he would come in the house and do something to get on my nerve. And I would tell him, be quiet and sit down. If he do it, you're done. I'm walking over you for the rest of our life. I'm done. I want somebody who's going to jump up and say, no, you be quiet and sit down. I'll be like, okay. But then it ain't going to work long term. Trust me.
Because her dominance is
exactly.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Donna says it's going to be on Amazon. I don't know if Candy's going to decide to put it on Amazon or not.
No.
Yeah.
Probably not. 9 out of 10 times. So this is the truth, Donna. If it does, it's gonna eventually be there, probably 6 months, a year from now, something like that.
Yeah.
When you have an author or somebody who's self-published like us with any of our projects, any of our books, you always want to support that author through their website because they get 100% of the proceeds. When you go through a third party, they only get a fraction, like 30%, 40%, something crazy like that. And then we're basing it on Amazon's accuracy of numbers, because they could say we only sold 10 books last month through Amazon, but what if we did 100? We don't know. It's their software. So you will always see us push everything through ours, because we have complete control over that, and we get 100% that way. So,
and like our original books are on Amazon, but that's just because it's like residual income. Like I still get notifications every month, like, hey, here go a little piece of change from Amazon. So like she said, she may do it later on down the line once, but not right away. Yeah. Oh, Kim, thank you so much, love. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. And we're still all those things minus one.
Yeah.
Well, 1/2.
Well, Brandon's like,
he said, I did see them heels you had on at the funeral. Oh, yeah, she bought her some heels, honey.
But they was getting me together when I had that pocketbook in my hand, though. When I had that purse in my hand, they was gathering me. They was like, ooh, best friend, why is you holding that bag like a lunch sack? Like old garbage, girl. I was holding that purse because I didn't know.
Kenyatta, if you want to pre-order, some best friends have already started inboxing their name, their email address, and what option they want of those 4 options that we gave. So if you want to, you can secure your copy now. They'll start to ship the week of August 14th. But as far as the hard release would be the week of August 14th. Or the official release, I guess you want to say it.
But definitely get in with the pre-sale, because that's going to get you, especially if you get the virtual ticket.
Yeah, if you get the virtual ticket, you'll get the book.
You'll get the book soon. You'll get the book version. You'll get the electronic version probably by
like next week.
Later part of next week. Yeah.
Brandon said I'm coming to see y'all. I'll be in town in the next 2 weeks.
Yes, come on, Brandon.
Brandon, I can't do you. I laugh too much with you. Like my stomach and my cheeks be hurting because. And then when y'all get together, oh my God.
We need some mastermind.
It'd be team too much.
Brandon and I need some mastermind. Yeah. We definitely need to get together.
Nick said we wish we could have had a meet and greet. Nick, because we tried to do a meet and greet and then none of the best friends wanted to come.
The meet and greet is going to be the virtual.
It's going to be the virtual event, August 20th.
August 20th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
There you go.
That's the meet and greet right there.
There you go.
Well,
what else you got, my love?
So, best friends, we want to, don't you want to do, let's read the excerpt from the book tomorrow night.
Okay.
We're going to do another event. After we leave this event, we're going to post something on the page. Matter of fact, you want to post it tomorrow?
Yeah, I can post it tomorrow morning-ish or whenever. Yeah. We're
going to post an event tomorrow morning. Look for it tomorrow morning because we want you guys to secure your book tonight. So secure your book tonight. Do that first. Tomorrow morning, look for the event information.
For tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, we're going to read an excerpt from the book. Okay?
Or maybe a few excerpts, like pieces, because I can't read fully because then I'll give it away. So we have to pick which pieces might work real good. Yeah. Oh, and TP said question. You said Jordan is leaving.
Yes. So, that's probably a whole video in itself. That's probably a whole video in itself. Yeah.
Maybe you can do this sometime this week.
Let me know in the comments, best friends, if you guys want me to do a video this week about that. Because that's a whole video in itself. When I say y'all better be close to this page, baby, this is very freeing because I get to share with you guys everything now.
It's really what did they say? Unhold bar?
No holds barred.
Thank you. That's what it was.
No holds barred.
It's really that now because there's nothing else being held back.
Okay, so today is Saturday.
Yes, please do. We ready? Yes. Do a video. Yes.
So Sunday tomorrow night we're gonna do the excerpt.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna read an excerpt of the book, and then Monday I'll come back and then I'll do the video about Jordan.
Yeah, and I won't be on that one.
And I might even ask him to join it.
I was thinking that.
I might even ask him to join it.
I was thinking
Yeah.
Oh, Trisha said after you get off live tonight, will you both talk or just go your separate ways tonight? Probably go our separate ways.
Probably separate ways.
Yeah, we'll go our separate ways.
Yeah. We've had a lot of conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked and talked and talked.
Baby, we've talked this thing until the sun came up some days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Adrian says blessings and breakthrough still going on.
Yes, I had to take a pause. I have been in a season where I have just been trying to get everything together and stabilize my ground. I've been trying to stabilize my ground. So in the process, I've been taking a pause. But it is something that will continue in the near future. It's probably just going to be on pause for a little while, for a season or so. So yes, that's something that you could definitely look forward to because my calling is tied to blessings and breakthroughs. But it's a season where I'm having to refill my cup and be poured into in a lot of ways. So with all that being said, it is something that will continue. We just put it on pause for a little while. Yeah.
It's the inside jokes that I can't get over. That will always come up in my life.
Yes.
Even when you're nowhere around.
Yes. Go back down the main stairwell. Yes.
Okay. Anywho's it. But yeah, so definitely if you would like to purchase one of those options, option 1, option 2, 3, or 4, that's pinned below, make sure you inbox Candy's page, your name, your email address, and the option number that you want. I will send you the invoice from Candy's website. So as soon as we hang up, I'll get working on that. And I will be monitoring that so I can make sure I get that to you guys. I'll be tracking who purchased the option with the virtual event so that as the event starts to get closer, you will get your email with the Zoom information.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you very, very much for joining me on this. I know you didn't have to do it. So thank you very, very much. Thank you for co-writing this book with me. This has been an emotional journey for us. I know it stirred up a lot and it wasn't easy at times, but I greatly appreciate you not giving up and staying true to what God led us to do.
You are very welcome.
So thank you very much.
Allowing me to be a part of it.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. As we always say, the absolute best is yet to come, but baby, we got work to do. Take care.
Good night, best friends.